Hello guys, and we're here today with another Elemental Hero deck profile. We have here today some Electrum Otk. Yes, Electrum Otk. And this deck is very great. Like, it's a 2-card OTK, which surprised me. I did this deck profile years ago for Elemental Hero Week, and I'm doing it again because I like this better than the Blaze Bombardment. Because again, this is a 2-card OTK, and it's surprisingly very strong. Now I have the consistency build. The consistency build being, in order to make Electrum, you need 1 Avian, 1 Phoenix, 1 Clayman, and 1 Bubbleman. So I'm just running 1 of each. This is definitely a weaker build because if you get striked, if you get anything, if Trap Tricks, Bottomless, if these guys do not get sent back, because Electrum's effect is he takes every banish card and puts it back into your deck. And if these guys don't go back into your deck, you bust because you're only running 1 set, you can't make another Electrum. So if you do decide to take this to locals, you might want to put in another set, run 2 of each of these guys. That might be a little bit stronger. Because then you can fix your loop, because if he gets negated, they're still there. You can make another Electrum, and then make a Shining, then make your 3rd Electrum, and you should have a Shining and an Electrum on the field, and 2 sets of these guys in your deck, so you should be able to fix your loop pretty easily. And this is a deck that does a lot of loops, so let's just go in so you guys know what we're doing. So the goal is to make Electrum, and then you make Electrum again, and you're using Chain Material. Chain Material allows you to fusion someone from your hand, field, deck, or graveyard, and you can use Fusion Gate to just keep on fusion summoning. So you make Electrum, you banish these guys from your deck, hand, or field, or graveyard. They go back to your deck due to Electrum's effect, and then you make another one. He's level 10, so you can make Gustav max, and that's where you're going to burn your opponent. You detach, you burn your opponent, then you use the Electrum in your graveyard with the Gustav max to make Gaia. Then you use the Gaia and the other Electrum that was sent to your graveyard because it was attached to Gustav to make Shining. And then you make another Electrum, which will return your 2 banished Electrums and your Gustav. You only need 1 Gustav, but I'm running 3 because why not? And so then you have an Electrum and a Shining, and then you make another Electrum, and then you can make Gustav again, make Gaia again, make Shining again, then you banish your 2 Shinings to make a 3rd Shining, then you make Electrum to return all those cards back to your deck, and you can do it again. And that's pretty much it. You just keep on doing that, you keep on making Gustav max, and you will burn your opponent. So the goal of this deck is to get to Chain Material and get to Fusion Gate. So we're running 6 Fusion Gate because we have 3 Terraforming, 3 Chain Material, but we also have Catail Omen, which will put Chain Material to the top of your deck, and you're probably not going to be OTK'd this format, so it's actually a good wall, just setting him, and then you get it, and then you have to wait another turn. And just a whole bunch of other draw power. We have Card D, we have 1 Day Apiece, which is great. Just don't activate it if you have game. Card of Demise is an amazing card, because if you go first, you have a whole bunch of back row, or just a whole bunch of like duality. You just set everything, and then you draw 3 cards, and that can help you get more Reckless, more Jar of Greeds, and everything. And then of course we have just Darkwood Dealings, just more stuff. We're not running Upstart because that would give your opponent extra life, and then you'd have to do the loop 1 more time, which wouldn't be that awful, having to do it 1 more time. But never know, maybe your opponent activates Max C and then they draw into Effect Veiler that 1 time, and if you're only running 1 set, Effect Veiler's game. So that's the thing. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Just a whole bunch of draw power. Again, you guys are going to see in the duels with this deck, I'm facing the dev bot, and I just pretty quickly just set a whole bunch of cards, draw it, and then I activate it, and then I make Electrum, and then I make another Electrum, and I go through the entire loop. It's not that hard, and this deck could probably do very well with this format. The only decks that would really be a problem would be Monarchs and Cosmos. I don't think Perform Post would be a problem because they probably won't do much. Like, I mean, their problem would be in OTKing you, and as long as you don't get OTK'd, you can OTK them. Maybe putting Twin Twister up to 3 would be a good idea, so that way you can get rid of back row a lot easier. And maybe Dinko Sekka. I mean, you might end up setting cards like Card of Demise, and then you have it, and then you don't want to use this card because then you can't special summon. So Dinko Sekka might not be the best choice. But if you can deal with their back row with Twin Twister, putting this card up to 3 would probably be a good idea. Like, take out Darkwood Dealings, put this card up to 3, and then with Cosmos, you just have to be careful of Dark Destroyer and maybe Azir and Monarch Stormforth or Karaz, and Domain. But Domain can be solved with Twin Twister again. So definitely 2 sets would probably be more competitive. It wouldn't be as consistent, but 2 sets would be more competitive because then you can deal with Dark Destroyer, you can deal with Azir and Kuraz. So that's something you just have to think about if you decide to actually play this deck. And again, it's very competitive, very fast, the way at least I have it. I mean, when you put in another 4 of these guys, it will be a little bit less consistent. Like we shuffle here, I mean, look at that, we opened up with it with a terraforming, and we have Dark World Demons. We have 1 day apiece, so that can at least guarantee that we will survive next turn, so we don't get OTK'd. And I mean, Reckless Greed, and then that Dark World dealing, we do the searching. It's just be really good. As long as our chain material doesn't get spaced. And then with like a hand like this, duality, and then we'd see the terraforming, and then we'd go for the card, and then we just draw into 3 more cards right away, and then a 4th card, and we have Wabaku. And the awesome thing with these guys is that they're chainable to Twin Twisters, so it's not the worst thing in the world if your opponent like Twin Twisters. A hand like this, this we'd just set 3, and then we'd draw into these 3 cards, and then we'd duality, do 1, 2, and 3, and that would be awful. That would actually be an awful, because Karka D will just get rid of the cards because of Card of Demise, and we already have Chain Material, so we really don't want Cat Hill Omen, so I just take Avian and set it, probably. So yeah, that's just the type of things you might do with this deck. Like, you should be able to get the OTK by your 3rd turn probably, and that's it for the deck profile. Again, just draw until you have it, until you get your Twin Twisters, until you're safe, and then just go for your loop, and you will see the loop tomorrow. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this short deck profile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Elemental Hero Week. I enjoy this week every year. So yeah, see you guys later.